longer. And I think it's time for us to take a stand. We need to make sure that we get up, that we go out, that we encourage our brothers and sisters to make their voices heard. So are you ready to get out and clean house? Yes. Are you ready to shine a light on the policies that have created a state where 40% of our population are poor or low income? Yes. Our demands are simple. Expand Medicaid so the 517,000 South Carolinians living without health care have access to simply live and get medical care. We need to adopt a state living wage that all South Carolina workers and their families make enough to meet their basic needs. Let's make it easier, not harder for people living in poverty to get out of poverty and to finally be able to thrive. So next we're going to hear from some individuals who are near and dear to my heart, who are going to share their stories. Our first is Justin Smith, who's going to speak on the need for health care. Justin is a 27-year-old lifelong political activist and former teacher who's working to build a better, more just South Carolina. Let's give it up for Justin.
Hey y'all, I am so excited to be here today because I get to talk about something that's really important, expanding Medicaid here in South Carolina. See, under the Affordable Care Act, Medicaid eligibility was expanded to cover nearly all Americans with incomes up to 138% of the federal poverty level. The state just have to accept the expansion since Medicaid is a federally funded but state-run program. Our governor, regrettably, has refused to expand Medicaid, making South Carolina one of only 12 states that have failed to increase access to health care for its citizens. If we expanded Medicaid in South Carolina, hundreds of thousands of South Carolinians would gain coverage and access to health care. And it would slash South Carolina's uninsured rate by nearly 40%. In the richest, most powerful country that has ever existed, every American should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. Expanding Medicaid gets us closer to that. And it would be a truly transformative thing for millions of thousands of South Carolinians almost immediately. The governor can do this with his pen. He's just choosing not to. But for political purposes, Governor Henry McMaster, just like Nikki Haley before him, refuses to expand Medicaid. McMaster's continued refusal to expand Medicaid amounts to dereliction of duty that has resulted in hospital closures and death, in addition to denying thousands of South Carolinians access to health care. What makes this even more egregious is that Henry McMaster is turning down $2.2 billion of our federal tax dollars. It's kind of like, not accepting your tax refund. No one would not accept a tax refund. It makes no sense. But that is what Henry McMaster is doing with South Carolina's tax money. Currently, the federal government pays 71% of traditional Medicaid. With expansion, the federal government would pay 90%. In the states that have expanded Medicaid, we have seen net savings in terms of spending. So we know this is fiscally responsible. It will help the state budget. Not only is expanding Medicaid a moral imperative that will save and transform lives, it is an economic imperative that will create jobs, save us some money long term, and strengthen our communities. But McMaster opposes this because apparently he believes in putting petty, partisan politics over people. It is time that we start putting people over partisanship. We must be Medicaid voters, and there is only one candidate on the ballot who will expand Medicaid. It's time for